inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Now Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Palmer going in motion right. Now Allen. And this one is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Allen. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 20-yard line. Here's Allen. And it's caught inside the 5. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 19 carries, 50. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside give to Davis. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Allen off the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now this time, Allen will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down.
A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and 5. Now he's going to step, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Third down and 1. Back to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Jets first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, New York.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know that they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. The Bills' 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 35-yard line.
Up the middle to Davis. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw, it's Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Greg Dortch back deep. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Allen off the play fake. He's able to get it to Coleman. Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Jets 30.
Allen going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Back to throw. Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his pass incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down carry for Davis. No ball, the fumble. It's out, it's loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Allen. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. The offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Jets 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing every...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Here are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. To the air, Allen. A pass completed to Dortch. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Palmer going to go in motion left. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And he'll be taken down on this stand. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and